word. My nigga Mike Forrest. That's a lit name. I would have used that. I would have used that name too. That's a lit name, Mike Forrest.
It's just a real name. It's just a real name.
Word, my dude. Yeah. So my name's Stan and whatnot. It's my boy Richard.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, we got a podcast, the Power Our Planet podcast by Nomad Melody.
Nice. I like the sound of that.
Word. Yeah, Richard, so you can start that live up right now.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
Seems like we got good audio. Yeah, man. So your artist name, how I pronounce your name?
Azure The Paradox.
Azure. Word, Azure. That's what I thought. Yeah, man. And we ran into your catalog because of the on DistroKid they had the voting thing. You caught on to that?
Yeah.
And so they had your song against my song, and I was voting too. So I went on there, I saw the shit. I was like, damn, man, my nigga killing it on this song though, yo. I was trying to get my own votes up a little bit, I guess. But I heard your shit, I was like, oh no, I gotta vote for my nigga. I'm like, since I'm like, I gotta vote for this nigga, I gotta reach out to him, see what's up. And I found out you from DMV.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah, from Baltimore and shit.
That's crazy.
So what's up with the live, Richard? You got it already?
Yeah, I'm coming on it. Something happened. It's almost there.
Oh shit, give me a background going.
Alright, I feel like we should be live now.
Word. Yeah,
Word.
so we live today with my boy Azure The Paradox. Azure The Paradox.
Word.
Yeah, man. So how's everything going with you? Where you at right now?
Yeah. I'm just back at the crib right now, you know.
In PG?
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, what part of PG?
Shit, near like Brandywine. That's kind of where I stay at. Like for the most part, yeah, right now.
And so you more associated with DC or with Baltimore?
Ooh, kind of neither.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't kind of really associate with anybody for real. I just kind of like mess with the people that I mess with, and like that's really it.
Word.
Yeah.
So is your music's not necessarily inspired by like a go-go culture?
Nah, actually, I don't really know about all that till like somewhat recently. I would say maybe like last like few months. But like, yeah, nah. If anything, I would say I'm more so inspired by like the Florida rap scene, the Toronto rap scene, Atlanta. I don't really get into DMV music till like way later, like in my life.
And how old are you?
I'm 20, about to be 21.
Damn, you 20.
Yeah.
Damn, yo, crushing it. Word. Yeah, man. And so did you have any like formal music training?
Nah, not for the most part. Like I'm in college right now, so like I've taken like some classes, but like nah, not really. Kind of like self-taught on everything.
And so you just started producing on your own, or you had somebody nearby was already working with that?
Yeah, just on my own. Just picked up FL Studio one day and just kind of started learning everything.
Word. Yeah, man, I get a certain vibe from your music. So the first song I heard was Vice City.
Yeah, that shit go crazy.
Is that your favorite track of yours?
It's definitely up there. It's definitely one of them. Yeah.
Which one would you say is your favorite?
That I released, or like just like in general?
Maybe that you already released, or if you got something in the works.
I don't want to spill the sauce too early, but I would say like my favorite that I've released is probably shit. That's a big question. Vice City is definitely up there, but I got this other song on that project called "Change My Ways."
Oh, I knew he was gonna
That's
say that one.
probably it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got like 300, 400 total streams for me alone. I'm telling you.
Shit, I appreciate that, man. That song do go hard. Yeah.
Go hard, yo.
Yeah.
Oh man, cause
Right.
like did you have like a relationship thing that I like when I listen to that song? I hear something about like like how a real nigga would respond to certain relationship dynamics. You know, where like, yeah, you felt something, but am I right?
Yeah, somewhat. It wasn't really like a relationship, more so like because I didn't get into the relationship. It's more so just like feelings and shit that just didn't get returned. It's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm on a new shit now, you know? Like we're not just gonna linger, you know, and I just kinda wanna put that into the music, really. That's kind of where that whole project kind of stemmed from, like this year. All that shit in quarantine and it's kind of festered into that.
Word. Yeah, man. Cause as my first time hearing that, I was actually on a bus moving from one town to another. I used to live in central Vietnam and I was moving back up north, moving away from a situation, something like that, where I didn't get into the relationship. I didn't get into it. And I just didn't let those feelings linger. I didn't have any hard feelings towards her. And then, but like you said, the songs kind of like they start to kind of like come at you a little bit more when you change your ways. And you was like, yeah, well, that's just a thought, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I did try to play some like double entendre shit. Like, yeah, it's just a thought. Like, you know, like how thought has like two different like meanings. Like thought, like she's like a hoe, or thought. Like, that's yeah. Like I try to play that shit. Like yeah.
So I could have swore it was thought. I looked up the lyrics, and I could have swore it was thought, and I saw it say thought, and I'm like, all right, yeah, he. I think he's switched it.
Yeah, it's both. It's really both. You can say it both ways, really.
And then when I heard you say at the beginning of Vice City, yo was like, this nigga, someone said I ain't shit. That nigga past tense.
Yeah.
That nigga ancient. I was like, yo, this nigga, I don't know. I never heard nobody around ain't shit with ancient. That shit was like, yeah, oh, this nigga on to something.
Yeah, I just be coming up with shit sometimes, you know.
So your inspirations that you got on Spotify, that's your main inspirations, or is it more? Your main influences?
It's a lot of niggas. But yeah, I think that's it. I can't remember who I have up there right now, actually. But I'm pretty sure, like, for the most part, yeah, that's it.
XXXTENTACION.
Definitely.
That's like the rap.
Travis Scott.
I can think of.
Yeah, Travis Scott's a big
Travis
one.
was on that?
Yeah. I know Denzel probably on there.
Oh, Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry was on that.
Childish Gambino, ASAP Rocky.
Childish, yeah, word. Have you heard of Stay Solid Rocky?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, when I out there, people bump with him.
Yeah, people fuck with him out here.
People fuck with him out there. Word. Hell yeah. And so your genre is cloud rap.
Yeah, I would say like cloud rap. Yeah. Cloud
rap. Bit emo rap.
Yeah. I like to just do whatever, you know.
Yeah, man. I was like, yo, this nigga's a genius. Just the tonalities you use in the song and the way you switch it up. So who in the music video for that? That's somebody else who's coming up with you, like your homie, or because I noticed I ain't see him rap in a few videos I saw, but you got the one homie that's in the Vice City music video.
Oh, you mean the Change My Ways music video?
Yeah.
I ain't done a video for Vice City yet.
Oh yeah, right. Change My Ways.
Yeah.
Change My Ways.
Yeah. That's my bro Rob. He produces like on like a bunch of my shit. He produced Change My Ways. He produced the other video, Lost Signal. He produced that song. He produced a bunch on my album, and we have like a bunch of like collab projects. We got one coming in January. But like, yeah, that's just my bro. Like we met up at college and we've been linking in clocking in, just working, like ever since we started meeting up, and then just making magic and shit happen. And yeah,
Wow.
like the rest is just history. Like you just gonna have to see. Like we just got a different type of chemistry with each other, for real, for real. Like, he just always
Yeah.
knows what like vibe, what move to set, and it just I just come through with it, you know.
Yeah. And how long does it take you to put together a song? Is it it's fairly quickly or?
For the most part, yeah, like you know, writing, producing, or like just like yeah, like anyone that's been with me in the studio knows like I mix, I would do all that shit like really, really fast. But like I'll tend to like before it's out, like I'll go back to it multiple times and like redo this part of the mix or add these effects or re-record these lines or this verse. Like
Yeah.
like the process itself is sort of like short. Like I can do it in like a few minutes to like hours. But like I'll go back and like redo certain shit. Like it really depends on like the song, you know. Like Vice City, that probably took me like initially doing it probably like an hour, but like that song was like in the works for like a few months, really.
Mm. Yeah, I like that. Do, 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 do. It's a trippy.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that shit out of a loop pack and I was like, ooh, I gotta play with, I gotta work with this. And it's just, this shit came together.
Also, do you play instruments?
I don't. I don't. I use like some VSTs and Fruity Loops in FL Studio, I mean. And then like I have bros that like send me like things like sample and this types of sounds and all that shit now incorporate. Like it's just yeah. I'm trying to learn though. I am going to learn at some point. But yeah, that's it for the most part.
Word. Yeah, I feel like we talking to you right before something. That's like when I saw your music, I was like, oh yeah, man, this dude is I definitely feel like the community going to support him, and I feel like he was like a voice of your generation for real, for real. See, I'm 33. I ain't too much older than you, but I'm
It's
like,
not too much older.
yeah, I'm like, yo, this dude's like, I feel like you a voice of your generation because there's a lot of people go through that relationship stuff, like those different dynamics, and like somebody like Juice World or something. You listen to the tone of their music they make where they talk about, oh, I still see the shadows in my room and stuff like that. Or some people talk about, they got to do drugs or whatever. And you was more like you're on completely different plane with it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've never been called a voice of my generation before, but like I'll take it though. I'll take it though. It sounds nice. I don't think I'm there
Word.
yet quite yet, but like I'm gonna get there though. Definitely, I want to.
Yeah, that's what's up, yo. Richard, what you got?
Were you involved in music when you were younger, like before you started your like your music career? What did you have like any experience beside you? Not any instruments, but like singing or stuff like that.
Nah, not really. Kind of just like started one day, and just like trying shit out, and it just happened. It's like, damn, I'm really good at this. And I just started. I just kept doing it, and it just
Word.
kind of, I look, yeah.
Okay, that's
Damn.
what's up. You so on the ground where you're at, how do you when it comes to you getting your music out to your fans? What's how do you go about doing that? Especially since quarantine and since Corona, whatever times. How have you been going about since some of the traditional avenues of promoting your music aren't really available? And can you hear me well? Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
I can hear you great. And
word.
yeah, it's quarantine definitely messed up a bunch of plans that I had like for 2020 just in general, but like it definitely made me look at different like ways like distribution and stuff, especially since like I used to be signed to a label and
Yeah, I
then
saw that.
like some things happened and I left. So it definitely like I had to like look at different ways and like look through different options in terms of promotion and marketing and advertising. And I'm still looking through stuff because it's like it's a lot that goes into it like behind the scenes. But I got in with DistroKid and I was with United Masters, and then they started implementing all this other stuff. And I was like, you know what? DistroKid got a lot more for less. So I swapped over to distro. And yeah, just been dropping songs, going through like different like playlisting options, different marketing avenues, and just trying to like maximize my reach like as best as I can, I guess. But like on a budget, if that makes sense. Cause like I'm a college student. Like I'm broke. I'm broke, man. So it's like, hey, where all the free shit at? Almost.
No cap, no cap.
Yeah. But like I be trying though. I be trying. I just like get the numbers up, I get my reach out. I think it's like starting to like catch on, starting to like be able to like have a little bit more wiggle room with shit, like do a little less, but like still get like, run the same results almost. But yeah, definitely quarantine, just like COVID, like it just fucked up so much shit that I had in the works. But I guess it all
Did you
came
write
out.
that line before? Did you write the line like I came out in an outbreak? Did you write that before did you write that before COVID, or was that was like a COVID line?
Shit, I think we already had that song like that was made in like March. So it was definitely like around the time it started like popping off, but it was definitely before like lockdown happened over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to say I predicted it, but like, oof. I was back.
Sometimes
I said a lot of shit. Like, damn, did I really like predict this shit happening? Like, yo, like it's kind of crazy.
So like I came out in an outbreak. You like movies now? You looking like an
Hey,
outtake.
yeah.
That might be a mistake. Yeah, yo, I was on the bus. I had my chain on and shit. And I just felt like everywhere I was walking around, I just felt like 100,000 on this chain. That's on God, yeah. I did not know you was 20 years old, bro. Like it just seemed like we was on the same exact wavelength. And I found out you 20 just seems like, damn, yo, you speaking beyond your years for like some, I don't know. I can't say that. Age ain't nothing but a number. But when I heard those songs, I felt like you was predicting my situation as it was happening. Now I got some songs I wrote that did that as well. But yeah, I really felt like he's mapping it out for me. Imagine what he's doing for his generation, because when they go through that, they be much younger and have this information right in front of them.
Yeah, definitely. I like to like manifest things like when I write. Like it may not be like true now, but like I want it to be like true in the future. Like I ain't gonna cap. I don't got a chain that costs 100K yet. I don't even got 100K right now. Like I'm a college student. Like come on now, can't afford that shit. But I want to in the future though. Like I want to have that. Like in the future, I'm trying to manifest that happening in a way.
I believed you. 100,000. I was like, yo, I believe it wasn't a doubt in my mind that you could put 100,000 on that chain. Whether now or that's on God. Like that's your highest self is thinking that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. we gonna get it eventually. That's in the plans, definitely.
Yeah. So did you actually move on from that relationship? Like, and you got a new one and you focused, or
yeah, we looking at different options, you know. Yeah, we playing the field a little bit right now. But yeah, I definitely did move on though from that entire situation. Like actually around the time the album came out, like I just like it was like a little mental shift. It was like, hey, I'm out here now. Let's get it, you know? It was kind of crazy.
And you just dropped one today, right?
Drop what today?
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, song. Yeah, I just dropped a song today. Yeah.
That's was that You Only Like Me When I'm Sober?
Nah, that's the first song off that album. Now I dropped a song called Lost My Faith with my bro Rob and Kid Devil. Yeah, that shit came out this morning at midnight. Yeah.
Yeah, I bumped it this morning on this side of the world.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, it's morning right now for us over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that song go hard though.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely.
So you say you never really got with the DC go-go at all.
No, I was never really introduced to it for the most part. Like my friends over here, we never really like we were into it, but like we all kind of like did our own thing, you know, like so no one really ever put people on and all that stuff. We didn't have that type of dynamic in our little friend group. So like I think one of my friends was really into it, but growing up, I was more so into like Travis and Gambino and Rocky and Tyler and all them coming up. So like they never really like put me on. I didn't really get put on the go-go until I got to college and like I went to a party and it's like, what is this? This is it. Like I never heard this before. Like I knew what it was, but like I never really like heard it for myself until like I was in that party in that situation. It's like, okay, like all right, this kind of hit. Yeah.
And what was I going to ask? So you didn't really know about go-go. You kind of got put onto that. It's in your community because see with go-go, you had go-go and you had a lot of people that was all about the live performance. So like especially with this outbreak thing, that's not really the vibe right now per se, but that go-go is built off of mostly live performances, remixing some songs right now, right in front of you in person. And the only rapper that came out of that, as we probably all know, Wale. When I was going to Job Corps with a lot of guys from DC, and they put me on with Wale before Wale got big or anything. They like talk Wale. I'm thinking like, who the hell is Wale? And then a few years later, Wale.
Yeah.
Is there when I heard about you, I felt like you was the next one. I never heard about anybody else. Like Stay Silent Rockies from Virginia. That's kind of DMV. Yeah, it's DMV, but is there a community of artists like are there other people like yourself that you know about, or does it seem like you just like in your own lane, one of the kind, diamond in the rough type person?
I like to feel like I am like just in my own lane, in my own lane and shit. Like just carving out my own path. But like definitely like especially like at my university, I go to Frostburg State, and like it's a bunch of artists up there. Like we're really all like we're in the same sort of like community, but like we're all like diverse in a way. Like we all have our own different styles, all different like types of shit. I would definitely say we all stand out on our own, definitely. Like shout out to Ye Pride, my bro Rob, shout out to Kid Devil, all of us. Like we definitely like all have our own little styles, our own little niches that we like sort of go in, but we also like we can come together like really, really easy and like make some really like fire shit. But I would definitely say like I'm in a lane of my own. Like nobody can like fuck with me on my own shit. I'm very certain like I have my little area, like we're locked down. Like we're straight over here.
And you have you had any concerts, like small little concerts this year, college party concerts?
Yeah, definitely. I performed at like one or two parties, and like there'll be like events like on campus that I'll like perform at like with the school and shit. Like I've done that like ever since I went to the school, like I've been performing there. So yeah, that's kind of been like my first like entry into performing, and like I'm still a little rusty, but like I'm getting there. Like I'm getting better. Like my confidence getting up, my stage presence is getting up. Like I'm learning like what to do, what not to do, and like definitely like next step is like just like go farther, do bigger shows, like put my name out there, like go through these venues and all that. Like that's definitely like what I want to do next. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to everything opening back up, like the festival scene and everything. Yeah, man, it'd be dope. It'd be dope to see you progress through that avenue.
Yeah, it would. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely. It's gonna be tight.
Richard, you got something?
Yeah, I was waiting to see if you guys were about to come up. So I know earlier you said you were with the record label, then you left. I remember when I first read that on your page and I saw you left it, I kind of like chuckled to myself. I'm like, yo, he figured it out early, yo. he did it quick. He didn't let them sink the ties, because I was kind of like, yo, already he got signed a record. They lost. I was like, all right, that's cool. But then to see that you walked away from it, what did you take from them? Like that you learned that you were able to implement yourself into your stuff, or you kind of felt like you kind of weren't able to learn anything from them at all?
That's a great question. That's a great question. I was signed like an independent, like a little startup, and like so it wasn't like I left RCA or Columbia or Atlantic type shit. Like I haven't gotten there yet, but definitely like getting signed was a pretty weird experience, and being on there was a pretty weird experience. And people just kept leaving and stuff, and I'm like, wow, why is everyone like leaving and getting dropped and all this? And then it's like, oh, I started seeing shit for myself, and I was like, okay, I want out of this too. And then like something happened and it lined up, and it's like, all right, bet, take this. And I just moved on, and really like being a part of that, like seeing like how I guess labels operate. Like I wasn't used to like sending my music to other people, having certain formats needed, having certain things required and all that. I didn't know like we gotta do this, have this done by this day, do this for this day, have this, done for like marketing and advertising. Like I really took all that knowledge that I gained from being on that label and like being like with a roster, like having to schedule my shit around other people and like this type of cycle and all that. Like I really took that like and kind of applied it to like my own, like for my own distribution. Like, all right, Cardi B dropping today. I can't drop today. Push that back.
Yeah, right.
ASAP Rocky might drop. Push that back. Oh, and Playboy Cardi might drop. I can't release today. I gotta push this back or move this around. Oh, this type of marketing idea, do this on this social media platform. Like I kind of just took what I saw, like the CEO over there did, and I was kind of played around with different things and like found out what works for me. And I'm still like learning everything. Like definitely.
Mm. So you, I know you said you don't have much to spend on advertising, and but have you done any? Have you submitted to any Spotify playlists? Do you do that like with every song you drop? Do you submit to Spotify playlists?
Yeah, every time like I always drop, like I always set up my releases like at least like 2-3 weeks in advance. So Spotify has a little editorial thing you can submit to. I always do that like right off the bat. And like they have the little the release thing. And I always try to do that, and I'll like go online, like I'll look up like ways to like submit to different playlists, and I have a homie that does playlists too. I'll submit to him, and like he'll spread it around and do this, and that. So I definitely have like some go-to avenues to get my music out there. Definitely.
Weird. What about farther? Like, so not. I mean, like outside of play, like people. So you know they have some of those regular playlists that they have like 25,000 followers. There's a bunch of different people in the industry that curate their own type of playlist. I was kind of referring to those ones. Those are more likely. In fact, it's more likely Spotify normally they'll look to see what other playlists and stuff your music is on, and then that's like kind of gives them more of an impetus to put you up onto their playlist. So that's why I was kind of, have you been pushing it towards other outside playlists that aren't associated with Spotify?
Yeah. I haven't been on any like official Spotify playlists yet. They do have like the whole "This is Azure The Paradox" like essential thing, which is pretty cool. I didn't know I was deserving of that, but apparently I have that. And yeah, that's I think that's the only like official one that I have. Everything else has just been like user created or like made by like people who do playlists and things.
Word. I would as a marketing as on the music marketing side, I would suggest you look up Indiepreneur. They're like a indie. If you haven't heard of them, they're like a indie. Talk about indie music advertising. So they have a lot of good resources in there. And then there's this website called, I want to say it's called Indie Spotify Bible. They give like a lot of they have a lot of like information about how different tracking out different.
Did you freeze, yo?
Huh? Did it
Yeah, he froze.
freeze?
Yo, froze
Yeah, he
like
froze a little bit.
it happens.
Am I unfrozen now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're frozen
Yeah.
You're
now.
good. You're good. You're good.
And also, yo, man,
Yeah.
I would say like, so with me, I've been advertising Stanford's music here lately, and I would say jump on Fiverr, bro. Fiverr music marketing, man. You got a little bit of money, go on Fiverr into the music market, and just look around. It's one thing that I began to notice. I went to music school in San Francisco. I went to Piermont, and I would say the best thing about that is I learned about music business. And the first thing you learn is that record labels don't specifically have a way to market music. All they do is they brainwash you, and then all of a sudden you begin liking that song. And the only way they can do that is because they have a bunch of money, and they push it to the channels that are most easily for like pushing out continuous music. So with that said, there's a whole room for actually finding real ways to reach fans besides just dumping a whole bunch of money. And so it's almost like being in a position where you have less money is like the greatest position to find organic ways, sustainable ways, I would say, that cost less money to reach fans. Because when you have money, you're more likely to just run towards the traditional things that you can pay money to get into.
Yeah, definitely. I might look into that. Definitely. I might check out Fiverr too. I've heard of it, but I didn't know you could do like music shit on it.
Yeah, you can promote. You can because there's people that they have their fans or like of their blogs or pages and stuff like that, and so they'll say I'll charge you a certain amount of money, and then I'll share this with my community maybe once or twice or however many times they determine through their deal. And it's for starting off numbers. It's all a work in progress as far as like it's all like nothing's the end deal. What worked today may not work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually sounds really good actually. Yeah, definitely looking into that after this.
So what is you, regardless of Corona, regardless of what happens, what's your like in your mind? What's your game plan for 2021? Because I see you have the project that's dropping in the beginning of 2021.
Yeah, I had like a bunch of like a little mini projects that I finished up around the time I dropped the album. And like I'm starting to like roll them out. Like Falls Nature 2 is coming out in January. And then like my bro is dropping his album like the next month that I'm on. So it's like we're all just like working on like little smaller shit. I do have like a mixtape, just like a smaller little like mixtape that I plan to like release maybe like in the middle of 2021. And then like I'm gonna spend the entire year just working on like a whole new album for like 2022. And like really I'm just gonna try like, spend the entire year, get the numbers up, get the streams up, spread the music out more, drop that little mixtape, and like just try to get more videos out, definitely. And like, yeah, more promotion, more marketing, just get my name out there. And by the time I have this next album ready in like 2022 or whenever it happens to be ready, like I'll be in like a better position than I'm in now, that I have like, farther reach, farther spread. It'll just get everywhere it needs to be. I don't have to worry about all that extra shit.
So I have a question. Who was your old school influence? Like a lot of the influences you mentioned were new school. Who's the old school root?
Oh, old school.
Not old school, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think like I would kind of say like maybe, well, Kanye doesn't really count. I would go more like Dr. Dre maybe.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, like on a producing like level, definitely Dr. Dre. He's an inspiration.
Yeah. How about names like Jay-Z, Jadakiss?
Oh yeah, Jay-Z, definitely.
Jay-Z.
He's like the best rappers of all time.
Yeah, and then do you have any like old school soul type of influence, like the stuff your parents might listen to?
he's not soul, but like Michael Jackson definitely.
Michael
Like
Jackson.
just like in the way like if like when I'm singing and shit, like he definitely has like an influence on like inflections and like doing different shit. Definitely him, Prince, Stevie Wonder a little bit. Yeah, definitely those three. I don't listen to like a lot of like older music because I kind of grew up on like like in the moment shit, like Travis Scott and all them like when I was coming up. But like definitely like Mike, Prince, Jay-Z, Stevie. Like I'm definitely like hip to like them.
Do you like
Like
Isaiah Rashad?
heavily. That's my nigga. That's my nigga. He got me through some tough times growing up. Yeah, I fuck with Isaiah Rashad heavily.
Yeah. And what about Lil Yachty?
Lil Yachty, yeah, Lil Yachty too.
When you were talking about your time at the label, that made me think about Lil Yachty a little bit because I was really digging into his catalog, and I see the stuff that he want to make like
Yeah,
all the time. You could tell the kind of music he wants to make, and then you could tell what kind of music he makes because of where he at, who he works with, and what they expect of him. And it's like, yeah, I can see how not being with the label could give you a little bit more freedom. Me myself, I haven't signed with a label yet. I had like a little record deal in 2015, like a distribution deal, and they pretty much gave me full creative freedom, and all they did was market it.
mm,
All they did was market it, got behind me. You know, they set me up with the professional look, the album cover. But back then, it wasn't like it is now. It's not like I knew how to lay that kind of groundwork on my own. But as I watch your stuff, I see how many music videos you got out. And then I think about like when I first saw like the oldest Playboy Cardi video I saw. I feel like you definitely in that lane. And I want to ask you about, I think, is this your brand? I noticed I see the Murakami. Is that how you pronounce it?
yeah, Americana, yeah.
Is that you or your friends?
Now that's kind of me. Yeah, that's just kind of what I've been trying to implement into my shit like recently, especially like with my last album. Cause like Takashi Murakami, like he's like artistically, he's a huge influence, and I kind of like I don't want to say like I'm like the black Murakami, but like I kind of want to like I don't know. I kind of want to like feel like that, you know, like I want to bring that aesthetic here because like it's not a lot of like artists who are like really in tune with like like Japanese like artistic culture and all that. And I kind of like when I'm on like when I'm like in a better like position, like I kind of want to like bring that sort of like to the West almost because not a lot of people I really know about Takashi Murakami or like Japanese art and that type of shit. You know, I'm really into that.
And
Especially
you got any plans of coming out east?
Oof, when the pockets are bigger, definitely. I definitely want to visit over there. Definitely want to see like Japan, like Kyoto, Tokyo, Shibuya. I want to go. I just want to like just be all around Asia.
Yeah, I've been out here in Southeast Asia for 4 years.
How you like it over there?
I like it a lot. I came here initially to perform at a music festival,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went on a tour through Thailand and Cambodia, and I came back to Vietnam, and I realized, oh man, I love it out here. I love the people. I love the culture. It was connected with me. I was practicing Buddhism in New York, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a video game or something. That's the best thing I think of, like a video game or you say how you play. Remember Splinter Cell? You ever played Splinter
Yeah,
Cell?
yeah. I play Splinter
So
Cell.
you go in the room and you come in, and then maybe you got to shoot this guy right here, and all his blood splatter on the wall. Now, if you don't pay attention to that, you'll miss what you're supposed to get. Later on, you will come to a door, and you won't know the code, but the code was on the wall where you splattered this dude at, and so you get to. There's certain type of codes that might be on the wall around here. Like you might see a different symbolism, and you see that here, you see that there, you see that there. You recognize, oh, a lot of these places I go to affiliate in the same way. Oh, you go to another place, all you see is a different kind of affiliation based off of the different markings for like different Buddhist symbolisms and different cultural like Taoist symbolism. So it was kind of interesting to learn about that type of thing in New York, and then come out here and see where a place where unanimously everybody's like kind of like spiritually set tripping, you know. So everybody's spiritually claiming a set. You come in, you see, okay, so they Buddhist Taoist. You come in this one, okay, they this Buddhism. You can see which members they have on the shrine and everything. So once I got into that part of it, it started to become very like esoteric, like my everyday life here. And I was like, oh man, I was familiar with that in New York, but I know why coming here was very meaningful to my life, and I knew it would be meaningful for my career and my development. I feel like you already got that in you too. You know, when I noticed the Japanese branding, I was wondering like, I wonder what's the story behind that. I didn't know if you already came here or had a friend that came here.
Nah, I've just been really into like foreign cinema and like all that type of shit since like a young kid. So like, I kind of want to just, I don't know. I'm just really into it. It's just kind of my whole thing. I just want to bring that in there into the music.
Word. So, did you answer this question? This question is, where do you see yourself? If you could see yourself in 5 years.
Ooh, 5 years. Ooh, definitely would have graduated by then.
You plan to finish school?
Yeah, I do.
Word.
Yeah.
Nothing can change that.
Yeah, nah, that's locked in. Like I'm like doing that.
Like nothing. Like, so if Travis just so happened, a friend of a friend shows Travis this video and they check you out or whatever, or he comes across your music video, he says, oh, this guy right here, get him in here. You'll finish school online.
Yeah.
You do what you gotta do to finish school. You'll take the opportunity, but school is that mission.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Like no matter what happens, like I'm gonna still finish school. Like I came this far, like I can't stop, you know, like I got to.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
March 28th.
Oh, word.
Yeah, about
go ahead.
2 months, yeah. Yeah. So 5 years. I hope I'm hitting Billboard by then, like top 100, top 200. I hope I'm at least somewhere toward the bottom at the very least. Yeah. I don't really care about numbers. I'm not really a numbers guy. I more so want the impact. Like I want to like know like people are really listening, fucking with me. Like if I know like I have like a dedicated like cult fan base, like I'll be straight. Like I don't really care about numbers and shit like that. Like I want a fan base almost like Kid Cudi's almost, or like Travis's. You know, like yeah, like we may not chart very high, but like I do this show, like niggas are gonna come out in droves and support. Like there's gonna be mosh pits. Like I definitely want to like get some shows in. Definitely, probably drop some more project. Work with like a lot more like people, like that are like, you know, more established in the industry. Maybe more people that I'm like influenced by. Like if Travis happens to pick me up, or like Kanye, or like Jazz Cartier, maybe like whoever, someone happens to like hear my shit and like fuck with me, like that's crazy. I'll be down with that instantly.
What about Kyle? You know Kyle?
I haven't listened to his music in a brick. I haven't been in touch with that music in a brick, but I work with him though. Like I look at him almost like I would look at like Chance the Rapper, like in like the same vein almost. Like I would definitely work with him instantly. Like he seems like he's like really good vibes, like good positive energy. Like I'll definitely work with that. Yeah.
Did you see his movie?
Yeah, The After Party.
Yeah.
Or what it's called. Yeah, I saw it on Netflix.
Have you ever went down that path? Have you ever had that night where you told yourself, I gotta put it all on the line and make it happen tonight?
Not yet, but I'm waiting for that night. I feel like it's gonna come eventually. Like I'm kind of like preparing myself for it. Like psychologically, like if this happens, like this is what I gotta do. These are steps I gotta take. I gotta make all this shit happen. I'm waiting for that night to happen. Like I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I had it once. I had it. And it was interesting. When I saw the movie, I was like, oh snap, that was the same pattern. But I could say that it wasn't meant for me to have the outcome he had. But I had the same night. Even the guy who ended up playing Romello at the end of the movie, somehow I met that guy, that actor.
Crazy.
Yeah, I met that actor, and kind of a similar way. Somebody was like, "Look, I want to connect." I was doing acting back in New York, and somebody was like, "I want to connect you with somebody who I feel could help your career." It's like, "Word." So they connected us on Facebook, and the dude was mad cool. Like, "Yeah, man, blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you need any advice, anything. If you ever want to come out to LA, man, I'm somebody. I'll point you in the right direction, man. I'll help you in any way I can." It's like, wow, this dude's mad cool. Then I watched the movie. I'm like, oh shit, this is the nigga in the movie. And it was kind of that surreal feeling. Like when you kind of feel like, oh yeah, life has bigger patterns. Is sometimes something bigger is happening. Like that's why I wanted to make sure we made contact with you. It just felt right. And it feels like in 5 years, we're gonna be looking back at this interview. It's gonna be like this gonna be one of them first ones when your new fans get on, they're like, yo, I want to hear what we talk about. Is this your first interview?
It's one of them. I think I've had like 2 maybe before.
2 interviews.
It's one of them though. It's definitely
first one on like Zoom like this.
Definitely. First one in a long time.
First one with somebody way around the world.
Definitely first international one. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even Richard's in another country.
Yeah,
Richard's in
oh shit.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Have you?
How long have you been on, Richard? Oh, go ahead. What you got?
No, I was just gonna ask. Have you seen? You were talking about Japan, so I was gonna ask. Have you seen Zulu in Japan?
I haven't.
It's on Netflix, so you gotta watch it. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to.
It's I can't. Do you know? I think it's Nasty. Do you know his name, Stan?
What's the nigga name?
The South African artist. I think it's Nasty.
I can't remember that nigga name.
Nasty something. Nasty C. I think it's Nasty C.
I can't remember that nigga name, but the nigga is out there. He's the African dude in Japan, and it's something about the special thing that we have is like you want to take it into that perspective is like as a Black, especially African American type, we have a special type of flow that comes through us spiritually. You know, you could say we're all made equal. Everybody on this planet is made equal. Yeah. But, you know, your hands do what your hands do. Your feet do what your feet do. There's something we do that when people grow to appreciate that, it's something that can inspire whole cultures of people. Like throughout history, like if you go back, like in ancient Asia, so like in Cambodia especially, you go there, they got statues of ancient Black people. You heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, they have statues of ancient Black people. So a long time ago, these Black dudes showed up, and whatever they learned from them, that became some of the highest teachings there. And they put statues up about that. They wrote books about that. They got scrolls about that. So for hip hop in our generation, I feel like that's our media. We go somewhere else in the world. We bring that knowledge we got. We bring it and show it and spread it through this special way that we have. It influences whole cultures. And so, you know, like, and we're influenced by those cultures too. And that just adds to what we give back out. So I feel like with you and your connection and influence from the Japanese culture and artistic culture of Japan, I feel like, yeah, man, you're going to go, you probably end up somewhere else in the world doing your thing, spreading it that way. And, you know, you probably, whether you see the movie Zulu in Japan or not, like, I feel like that's kind of it's symbolic of the path you on. Maybe you watch that and you see what he did and you think, all right, I see how I'm influenced by that. I see how that's a part of my life already. And maybe you create something else in your recipe. And then in 5 years, when we get back at you, or if we can reach you, you know what I'm saying? You'll be at a point where you was like, yeah, man, I saw, I was influenced by these different artists that went around the world. Next thing you know, you in Russia or something. I don't know, man. You could be anywhere, man. I say is I'm glad to meet you today. I'm glad for you taking out time to rap to us. Tell you a little bit more about Power Our Planet. So Power Our Planet is it's an organization I kind of started back in New York City. I had all these ideas about, you know, ways to improve the world, the way we do things and affect the environment. And I've been doing music since I was a kid. I've always been around music. My family's musicians, and been playing a bunch of instruments my whole life. And I didn't want to go into a career with that because I felt like I saw a lot of artists that wasn't doing anything that really affected me, like my highest intellect. So when I started to come up with this idea for a company, I'm like, how can I take this idea to the next level? How can I push this and so everybody can find out about it? It's like, oh, if I do well in music, I could bring that together. So I got this idea. I'm gonna keep that more or less in the side pocket, not the back pocket, but right on the side. I'm gonna move forward with music, move forward with music, move forward with music. And at the right time, pull that back out. Like, look what I have here. This is what I'm here for. And yeah, so Power Our Planet is that. And then I met with Richard, told Richard about the vision. He had a similar vision that was Nomad Melody. His side is more about the music and using the music to spread those kind of messages. So I got a message, I'm using music to spread it. He's about the music and the messages it spreads. We came together. Now we right here talking to you because we feel like you're one of those people who you have a symbiotic relationship between your message and your music. And that's why I could say you definitely are a voice of your generation. I would want my nephews to listen to you. I would want the people who I know who coming up, I would want them to hear and know about you. And that's why we had to make sure we got you on here and that this could go down in history.
Definitely. I really appreciate you saying that too. Like, definitely. Like, I'm honored.
Yeah, man, you're a real nigga, yo. I'm happy. By the way, I have a question. Like, has any part of your life been in the streets?
Nah, I'm not a street nigga.
Nah, you're not a street nigga at all. That's what's up, yo.
Nah, I try not. I'm not, and I don't convey that in my music. Like, it's not me, you know. Because
Yeah.
on defensive. Like, I don't know about all that shit. Like, I have homies that like are in this shit, but like, I don't know anything about that, so I couldn't do anything with that, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's good to hear people talk about another perspective. I can say, listen to your music. I can't say you don't exactly sound street. I won't say you sound street, but there is a certain credibility in what you say. And so I feel like, yeah, man, what you say, well, the streets will hear that too. The streets is watching, the streets is listening. I feel like the streets will respect you and fuck with what you're saying too.
Definitely. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Sometime make up something new. Honestly, I ain't played that like that before. Who knows? I might make a track out of that.
Maybe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yo, I would love to collaborate with you in another way in the future. It'd be dope if we get around to that. Like whether it be we both go in on the same beat or something like that. It'd be dope. Either way, I'm listening. Richard, you got anything else? We can wrap up soon.
One last. So I know you said that sounds like most of the people that you're collaborating with, they go to your college right now. Most people that you're doing music with, you met them through your college. But you said you're not exactly a collective. You're more kind of just a bunch of people that make music, and then you kind of associate with each other because you guys are all artists. Yo. Mr. My nigga.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Sub-Zero. Facebook. Zoom just zeroed us. He should be back in a minute.
Yeah, it seemed like the universe came to touch base on. And
Right.
I'm really glad we got him on. I'm looking forward to seeing what he do.
No,
Yeah,
no
man.
cap.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Seeing what he does.
All right, yo. Welcome back.
I mean, Mike
My
Forrest.
bad about that. Laptop died. We back though.
Oh,
You didn't think about using Mike Forrest as your rap name? Was you ever going as Mike Forrest?
Nah, I never was.
Nah, word.
I just wanted something unique, something that like sticks with you.
Definitely stuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Azure the Paradox. Damn, that is a good name.
Yeah, so before you got cut out, I was asking. Sounds like you're more solo, more or less you're solo right now, and then you have the homie that produces most of the beats for you. So, do you ever see yourself not so much going with the crew, but kind of more creating? So you're releasing the mixtape, and so I'm kind of. Do you ever see yourself doing what X did? To like really doing have that whole community that you kind of already have there existing at the school to really create so that all you guys can use that to foster and build a massive movement around a group of people. Then whoever comes up from that helps bring up people up. Do you ever see yourself starting to go in that take that pivot?
Definitely, yeah. Like, we have this a student organization up at the campus called Creative Minds that was started by my homie Justin, and all the artist people up there are like involved with that. And I've been talking to the guy who runs it now, Jay Nino, and Sam, and we've been trying to like put together something like a little compilation, probably like how Revenge of the Dreamers and Members Only had. I'll put something together like that where we all just like come together, we just lock in like a few days and like work on a whole like collaborative project and all that. I've been trying to like get that started for like semesters, but COVID kind of ruined that. That was one of the plans I had for this semester, where COVID kind of got in the way of that. Maybe next year we'll do that. Definitely.
Word. So you was asking more, see, are they about to form like an art future type group?
Yeah, I'm about to go ham, yo. Put on.
You know, Callion Fox.
Yeah, he's tough.
Callion's tough. Yeah, Callion's tough. I ain't heard nothing from Callion in a while, but I know Callion put me on with a lot of music, man. There's a lot of songs I never would have heard if it wasn't for that Healthy Collective SoundCloud playlist.
I haven't really been on SoundCloud like that. I've been more so focusing on like Spotify and like Apple Music. I still post on SoundCloud. I'm not really like focused on it as I should. Like,
Man, SoundCloud is a 50-50.
It's 50-50. It really is.
I think if you make a beat that has like a heavy sample in it that you probably couldn't clear, all right, make a good song, heavy sample, put it on SoundCloud. That's a good way. Like that's the mixtape platform.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got any closing remarks? Did you get a chance did you happen to check out my music at all, or Rich's music?
I actually haven't had the chance to, but I do plan to.
Yeah, I feel like it's not I feel like it's a maybe not, I won't say older, but it's like a different style compared to yours. I feel like yours has a certain oomph about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely feel like I know I'm a fan of your music. I'm definitely a fan. I'm a fan. I guess I'm a fan. I'm a fan of good music that I like ratchet, ignorant stuff sometimes. I can't lie. I like a good ignorant track. Like, let me see who's ignorant as hell. That I fuck with. I can't even think of anybody right now, but I like some ignorant shit. No, actually, the people I fuck with, they're not really ignorant. You know Uno the activist?
Yeah, yeah.
I love Uno the activist. That I saw him come up. Like I was watching him before you know, Thousand Bad Fawny went to jail and everything, and they was kind of just like in New York, you know, just doing their thing. You know, Thousand
Yeah.
Band come up with these little dope ass hooks, few bars from Uno, and now it seemed like Uno on a whole nother plane. Yeah, he talk a lot about you know, drinking lean and psychedelics and everything. That's not really my wavelength, but I still fuck with his music heavy.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to him like in a long time, but like definitely need to get back into it.
Are you a part of the psychedelic culture at all?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah.
Not really.
Word.
I don't think I've
I
done enough yet.
I think there was a lot. There was no. It was because of the Sonics in the track. I was listening to the Sonics, and then it said "No Sleep in Suburbia" was the name of the album. And I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, these Sonics is out of the box. Like you know, Smino.
Yeah, Smino. I love Smino.
So Smino makes a lot of references to strong psychedelic drugs in his music. So many references to psychedelic drugs. And so when you listen to the Sonics, you're like, okay, Smino's on that wavelength. I could tell. If you go on Spotify and type in like psychedelic rap playlist, Smino is all over it.
Yeah.
I feel like you fit in that vein, but you don't have to indulge in the psychedelic aspect of it. But I feel like your music sonically is like a psychedelic trip of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been told. Like I definitely like on the album, I definitely made like a bunch of songs like just high as shit though. Like the opening song, like I made that shit when I was fucking like I just smoked a whole bunch of weed and shit and was like, you know what? Let's throw something together right now. And like that's how that whole shit came together.
Word.
I haven't done like DMT, like shrooms. I haven't done none of that. I just smoke. That's about it.
Actually, I did. So I used to do psychedelics. I used to smoke weed. I actually on my second to last project, after, right after that, the day after I released the project, I played it on Spotify and I listened while on LSD, and I realized, oh man, I didn't realize I made that. I didn't realize that's what I made. I knew
Yeah.
I made something I liked, but when I listened, I was like, oh, I should have did LSD when I was making this because I would have heard these little parts in it that are so meaningful that when the dots connect, you know, LSD makes your mind connect certain dots differently, and it's like, oh snap, I had something going on under some undertones there that I didn't know about. Yeah, but yeah, nowadays I'm a different lane, but yeah, that's definitely I do more meditation now, you know what I'm saying? Like and now I might write a song in my dreams. Like I might go to sleep and when I wake up humming a song I was just playing. Like I had a concert in my dream. I wake up humming a song and it has some with trippy like sonics in it, but I can never remember the lyrics. The lyrics are always so out of the box. I can't connect the dots when I wake up.
Yeah, I've definitely had moments like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I think we'll probably come to a close. Um like once again, yeah, man, it's really the honor to have you on here.
Of course, I'm honored to be here.
I hope that I'm pretty sure that there's quite a few people who will be introduced to your music for the first time. I hope they all slide over to Spotify, take a listen. Can you shout out your your Instagram? We'll try to put that in the description and everything too. But if you wanna say anything like anything you want anybody to know about.
Well, shit, yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Azure The Paradox and Twitter at Azure_DMV. Shit, we got Laws of Nature 2, me and Leander Robb dropping January 8th, 2021, and a whole bunch of other shit coming next year too. So just be on the look for that shit. You know, we're definitely going up.
Word. All right, man. Yo, it's good to have you on here, Mike, aka Azure The Paradox. Azure The Paradox.
Sure.
All right, yo.
Peace, bro, man. Have a good day.
Thanks for coming on. All right, bro.
My dude.
Thank you for having me.
Likewise. Peace, bro.
All right, peace.